Okay, I'm gonna introduce, we'll get it started.
Working that.
All right, well, thanks everybody for showing up.
Have a good
I
day.
think we're gonna go ahead.
We're gonna officially start there. Thanks for showing up. So far it's been a wonderful day. I'm so glad that the weather cooperated.
Yes.
Welcome to the Artists Collective of Hyde Park. I'm Carl Kohler, president. And today, once a month, we have a solo artist who gets to show off their stuff to a specific room. This month is John Banas. He's been with the group for almost a whole 8 years. 9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
8, because the first time I came here was your first anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So 8 years.
But he's been a participant doing gallery hours. He shows up for all events, and we appreciate his different style of abstract. So, anyway, John Banas.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Do you want to pick a piece and describe it,
You
or?
know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show you like an evolution.
Yeah.
This is what I did in the 90s. It was paper, pencil.
You can get
Before this, I did magic marker.
Hold it up. Hold it up. That's good. Yes.
Then, I think when I first came here, this is what I showed Liz. See, I didn't cover everything.
Yeah, I remember in the beginning, sometimes it would just be a little stuff in the middle
Yeah.
and you'd have a big white space.
And then my brother suggested that I cover the whole thing because I gave him some paintings and he said they were in a closet at home in San Antonio. So I started covering the whole thing. Then I got to the point where I went from this thickness to this thickness.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then
Let's see it.
Well, let's see it. It's boiled.
And then I found the wonderful stuff called frog tape, which makes it more coherent. And actually the person that got me to start doing it on canvas was my friend Larry, who I met in '94. He suggested I do canvas.
So what were the original ones on? And not canvas?
No, the original here was paper.
Okay.
And even before the paper one, my friend Billy has it at his place in Washington State, magic marker. And I recently sent him a painting to Washington State, which cost me $120 to send it to him, and he likes it. So, and a lot of my theme is like from science fiction. The stars and everything like that.
Yeah, I can see that one in the back there and the top looks kind of cosmic. It looks
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I like the Star Trek. And then this one here, originally where I sign it, it goes this way. I signed it down there, but I like the way it is this way better.
Yeah, I like it that.
And then this is a mistake. So I call this the bridge. And this is a mistake because I thought this was dry and it wasn't. And it dripped.
but I almost feel like that was the point of the whole thing, you know? I mean, it's a happy accident.
Well, I always say this, abstract painting to me, whatever the hell you think it is, that's what it is. So, I don't know, any questions or anything?
So, your impetus is science fiction, is that what you're saying?
That's where it comes from, yeah.
Okay, and you do a preliminary drawing? Do you
No.
know where you go, you just go for it?
I just plop it on my bed and paint there,
Okay.
and I go from there.
Oh, so you don't use an easel?
No. That's why the drip down.
You use modeling paste in there, or give it texture, or is just
Just different textures.
Yeah, you've got more textures. When you first started, it was just paint, and now you've sort of added new substances
Yeah,
to
do you
your...
use modeling, you use something with the acrylics, or
No,
like a
I
modeling
just-
paste, nothing?
No,
Just pasta, okay.
just do it.
What was that liquid glass you mentioned?
I found that at Michael's.
Can
They
you show us which
discontinued
part
it.
is liquid glass?
Yeah, it's this, it's shiny. Oh, that's dusty. Yeah, that's liquid glass. I first found it at Michael's And then they discontinued it, so I have to order it online from Amazon, which only takes 4 days.
Looks like you use like 5 or 6 kinds of paint.
I do. I use acrylics, watercolor, and then my liquid glass.
And tape.
Yes, my frog tape.
And occasionally I've seen other bits and pieces of stuff in there. One of them in there had something.
Yeah, I thought this
That second one from the left there on that wall, on the
Where?
top,
here.
that circle on the top, yeah, that one. What is that stuff that,
Oh, this is metal, and then this is the top of paint when it dries. You know, the top of the cap when it dries. you
Oh.
Oh,
right?
That's why I call it the balloon cluster. Which is ordered. Any other questions? Don't know how to say really.
So, do you stand back? Do you paint just up close, or do you actually walk back and say, this painting needs a little bit of this here, a little bit of that there, or do you just place?
No, I just do it on my bed, and then I will look at it later on and see.
Oh, but not while you're doing it, you don't just kind of go back and forth looking at it to see if
I
the
do
shapes are
sometimes.
working.
Sometimes I don't like what it's looking like, and then I go back and change it one little thing, and then I like it.
The white, I kind of like the white too. That was a good start there because it gave you some space to see the colors around. You know, the colors as you left.
Well, like I said, my brother kind of made me realize I didn't finish them.
And do you think about foreground, middle ground, background, the colors coming forward and receding? Do you think about anything like that?
Yeah, I do sometimes.
Because a happy mistake gives it it almost sets up a plane, and then you go back with the green, you know, so the red is on top, and you can feel the depth of that green because the red's on top.
Looks like
Yeah, and also sometimes I feel as though they're little pieces within one big piece. Little paintings.
Yeah, that one definitely looks like that because you've got it segregated into those.
Actually, one of my favorite paintings is in her room now. I gave it to her. It's my sister Eileen,
Oh, your sister? Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
and the other sister's from California.
You have any artistic talent or?
No.
Okay.
Did you always make art? Like when you were a little kid, did you make art?
I think I started getting serious with it in the 90s.
Where were you living?
Well, no, I was home, and then I moved to Austin, Texas.
Ooh, how long did you stay there?
97, October 97, and then I moved to Asheville, North Carolina in 2000.
Oh, nice. You've been some good places.
Yeah.
What do you compare? I know it's off the subject. How do you compare Asheville to
awesome.
Austin?
I can't because I think Austin's changed immensely since
Yes.
I've been there. Because I think one of the auditoriums that had American Idol
Mhm.
was filmed in Austin.
Oh, okay.
But I lived in Austin just 3 years and mostly in Asheville, and then J.C. Penney's decided to get rid of full-time workers, so I moved back home.
No, I like your colors. I like the fact that it's not. I would maybe want to see. I'm not sure. This is a place. What I like about the white gives you a place to settle the eye. You know, in other words, you put a couple of colors in this, like a couple layers of colors. I was wondering if you put more of a flat, so it'll complement, give the eye a rest somewhere. You know how the shape. The one that has more atmosphere color against a flat color, you know, playing around with that to give it more. I don't know.
She's Scotch.
I could do that, because like I said, right now I'm kind of on pause ever since this pandemic. I've done nothing.
What do you say?
Really?
Ever since this pandemic, I've done nothing. I
Really?
have one painting started.
Wow.
I bought a canvas deliberately to give me perspective. And I originally didn't want to do this, but I figured this would maybe give me perspective to do something. So
have you been watching science fiction during the pandemic and you think it will
no,
inspire
I'm kind
you
of
further?
stuck on Hawaii 5-0 right now.
It's kind of science fiction.
20 of them. Just ask her, my TV's on all the time.
Are you self-taught or did you go
Yes.
to college or school?
No, I didn't go to college at all for this. I think I took one art class. No, I was acting. So,
So how does it fulfill your need to create? I mean, is it something that you just have to do? You feel like it's just, it's in you and you have to get it out of you? Or how is it for you? I mean,
lately, I don't know. But yeah, I really like my stuff because, like I said, I had artwork when I went to Austin in '94. I had a painting. Went to a gallery. My ex helped me. For years. And I moved back home in the '90s. The gallery sent me something that I owed them money. So I sent them the money. I never got that painting.
oh,
And then I had some stuff in a gallery gift shop in Asheville, North Carolina. Me and my friend Larry were walking down the street because I didn't live too far from it. The guy disappeared, just took everything. Which I didn't care. If someone took this stuff, I'd be pissed off.
yes, these are very
Because I'm
good.
really proud of what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
So,
it's like there's a right. I always say color has a weight on the canvas, and you kind of gave it the weight. You're conscious on the weight. That's why you have textures on it, because you want to feel that the body of that color.
I just think that's in my brain.
I like the way you give color or weight. There's enough. In other words, if it wasn't textured, I think it wouldn't have the same impact as it when you model the color.
Well, I'm kind of a little confused at why I do abstract, because I remember back in the '90s, I think we went to the Museum of Natural History or one of those, and I saw this, it was abstract. Bigger than any of these. It was one freaking color and one line through it, and I said, what the hell is that? And it was priced at $10,000. That's all. So I'm just,
I know a lot of artists seem to avoid using pure black, but I feel like it makes the colors pop, and you use a lot of primary colors or just bright colors.
well, one thing I
I
want
like
to do is, is I like, Liz is here, I've been wanting to try a black background. So maybe that would be my inspiration, Liz, because I like her stuff.
Well, it's nice to know that you're inspired by other artists here. I know I am.
Yes, like I said, the one there, I really like that one.
Anybody have any other questions?
Sorry.
I don't know. Black. I have trouble with black when it's just black. I like to see it kind of influence with maybe a blue or a green or something. It gives it more character. Like black could be warm by adding warmer colors. It'd be cooler. So you could play around. It's just a plain of black.
You've got a lot of different blacks in there. I mean, look, everyone is different.
Yeah. That's what I enjoy. I see a black that has character.
Looks like you have fluorescent paint in there too. You have fluorescent paint in there?
I
You have
have
little paint in there?
everything.
Yeah,
The
some
yellow
of
is
them.
really bright.
Yeah, that yellow is very,
And the
yes.
orange right there.
Yeah, no, I use all colors.
See, the one that, can you take that one off the wall? The one the further, the last one?
This one?
Yeah. That's
I
kind of
think
different.
this was for our black and white show.
I kind of like that with the white in there too.
Oh, this is the one I call I don't know, Oz, from black and white to color.
Right, yeah. Which is cool.
I think
Cool
it's when we
idea.
had the black and white show.
Yep, I remember that.
And that's it.
That one just looks like piano keys where you have your hand there. That's what it reminds me of.
It could be.
It's got its own theme song.
Do you tape these off or do you do it freehand?
Huh?
Do you tape the lines off?
Yeah, I use a frog tape. That's why it's so
Okay.
cohesive.
So you tape it all down first or?
I just do it piece by piece. Like I said, when I do this, sometimes I'm almost like doing it, it's like they're like little paintings within a big painting.
Right, I can see that.
But that frog tape, we were really good.
I've heard a lot of artists say that the process of making art is like a meditation for them. Do you feel like this is a meditation when you're making your art?
No,
Okay.
I just do it. Actually, I have one. I don't know, I just,
I have another question. Why did you decide to put an X in that one? You see the X up at the top? Why?
Oh, up the big X in the middle at the top there.
I don't know why,
Yes.
I could have sworn, this is what confused me, I could have sworn I had a painting called X marks the spot.
I think you changed the name. I remember you asking me, what should I name it, this or should I name it that?
Yeah, because I called it copper because I have a little piece of copper I have here.
Maybe it's a 10.
I think you originally called it X marks the spot.
Yeah, I know I have a painting called that.
I like that.
Pretty sure.
But why did you decide to put an X on it?
Hold on.
He's got to think about
That is 5 years ago, I have no idea why.
that. Okay,
I like it.
I like it too.
Yeah.
I like the
That's one of
fact.
my favorites of yours. Sorry, go ahead.
I like the fact that you paint around the edge.
Yes.
I think that's very important. If you just stop on the front side, it won't be as effective, I think. The fact that you go around the wrap,
Yeah, that's true,
that it gives it more dimension.
yes. Like I said, I'm
Yeah.
very proud of this stuff. Eh,
Johnny, would you ever go back to keep spaces or
No.
whatever? Never?
It's gonna be covered. I could experiment with it, but no, I don't think so. Because I look at these older pieces and like that just doesn't look done to me. Or.
You see more into it.
It did give me inspiration. I have an idea. On thick canvas. No, like I said, I really like my stuff. I think it's just, wish someone would buy it.
As
Anything
do
else?
we all.
You were mentioning earlier that you were thinking of going and using a lot more black or more space.
Like I said, when I saw Barbara's painting on a black canvas, that's a while ago, that kind of did make me want to try that.
There's a
You mean Liz's?
Yeah, Liz's, what did I say?
There's
Say
a black
Oh,
called
no, no,
real black. You can Google it online. It's kind of interesting in terms of black because it's the formula, whatever it is, is totally light absorbing. So it looks like when you put it on, like empty space.
It's a painted.
The paint itself, it's not your normal, a little small thing of this will cover a lot of space. And it's pretty intense if you do think to go into the world of darkness.
It's a paint.
It is a paint. It's used in NASA. I think welcome to the space industry for developing it for whatever reason.
Sounds interesting.
But it's pretty intense to use in terms of a black.
So you're saying the black has atmosphere, it has depth, so your eye wants to go into it?
Most black paint is not pure.
Yeah.
So when light hits the black, again,
It's
it still sends back photons.
Yeah.
Light bounces off.
Right.
This paint is totally absorbent. Nothing bounces off it.
Uh,
So it is as deep and as complete a black
Pure and deep.
as you can, it,
sounds interesting.
Interesting. Okay. Anybody have any other questions or comments?
Yes.
I wondered how long it took you to make the one with the pink and the one right behind you on top.
How long did it take you to make that one?
I'm really not sure how long it's taken. About a month, maybe.
Oh, okay, and how many hours a day do you paint?
I just do an hour or two. I'm not the type of person who sits there and does it for hours.
Okay, thank
I do it for like an hour and then I put put it aside.
I really like your stuff.
Thank you.
Do you use a palette knife at all?
No, on my bed.
Just white bristles? You have what kind of brushes? White
Oh,
bristles?
just anything I have.
Oh, okay.
A lot of them are worn and kind of over like that.
What aspect of science fiction inspires you to pick up a brush? An author? Is there a particular author?
No, I just like sci-fi. I'm a big Trekkie.
Star Trek,
Yes.
space.
So from watching a lot of Star Trek, the space imagery is what?
Yeah. My favorite one is Voyager. My favorite Star Trek character of all time is 7 of 9.
Voyager, now that was also a movie. That was one of the early ones that made it into a movie.
I don't think so, no.
Voyager is the series.
Voyager
Yeah,
is
it's on
like
7
Star
series.
Trek.
Right, there's many spin-offs of Star Trek.
About 7.
Yeah,
Who knew?
there's two more.
Yes.
How old were you when you started your artwork?
30s?
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
30s, I think. I don't remember doing much in the 80s at all.
Or you don't remember the 80s at all?
No, I remember the 80s. They were dull. I worked at Vassar College. But the 90s it started really kicking in, and like I said, my friend Larry's the one who got me to do canvas. My brother's the one who got me to cover the whole thing, and then my friend Fred and Kathy, her brother Donald, who's an excellent artist. He came, Kathy and Fred got married in Utah. My friend Larry and his sister paid for him to get to Asheville, and he came to my apartment, and I was doing stuff like this. So Donald helped me because he's an excellent artist, and he said there's potential. So I think I've evolved a lot,
Yeah. I could see
even
that.
since first coming here.
Oh, yeah, I'd say definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
And I actually got some inspirations today. Thank you. I do want to try the black. And anything else?
Did you have a question, ma'am?
I love it myself.
Is that the dinner, or anything else you want to say there, or?
That's about all I can think of.
It's a wonderful collection, we appreciate everybody showing up. Good job, man. Look forward to seeing what's next.
So am I.
Thank you all for
Thanks for
coming in
showing up.
and
Enjoy the rest of our work.
enjoying the show.
Thank you again. Next event is, we're going to drop off tomorrow for our next, for August, September show. I will be the show solo artist, and we'll probably have a artist talk on August 7th. So there's a lot going on, so stay tuned.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Thank you all.
I see myself.